another place where I see a hopeful way forward is the New Deal for engagement with fragile states. That New Deal provides a framework that is based on what the conflict-affected countries themselves have developed, have embraced, have signed up to. And we can't want it more than they do. And it's a wonderful mutual accountability framework that deserves much greater support. The problem is that those who are involved with the fragile states are the toughest cases. I mean, those are the billion people who are in the toughest countries. And so it's easy to get discouraged because South Sudan blew up, Central African Republic blew up. But I actually think both of those cases prove the importance of that framework because they both violated the fundamental principles of the New Deal framework, which was the importance of reconciliation and inclusive politics. And they saw that by not doing the hard work of reconciliation and inclusion, that they fell right back into that spin cycle of conflict. And so it gives us a powerful mutual way forward that I get very excited about. It's a hard slog. We are still in this country dealing with the repercussions of conflicts 200 years ago. And so none of this will be fast, and there are very few shortcuts, but we see how important it is when you put the hard work up front. I think some of the key ingredients of the New Deal for fragile states being successful was that the original group of 7, the G7 as they called themselves, had some extraordinary leaders, and they provided the voice, Amelia Perez, and now you have some of our Sierra Leone leadership, even some of the Afghan leadership, who have said, we get this framework. It requires us to do certain things. It also requires our development partners to do certain things. And it's that leadership that helped to articulate the framework and push it forward. There's a lot of work to do on that, but I think it's one of the more important new developments that we can embrace, because it does fundamentally say it's security, economic foundations, reconciliation, inclusive politics, and it articulates a framework that brings those pieces together. That if you just do one, or if you do them in separated lanes, as I would argue we did in a place like Afghanistan, you don't bring it together for maximum impact, and you don't realize the investment at its fullest potential.